On Saturday, November 23rd, an auction was held at Sotheby's to benefit Bono's Project Red charity. It was officially called Jony and Mark's Red Auction as both Apple's design guru, Jony Ive, and industrial designer Mark Newson rolled out unique designs for a variety of pieces. Manufacturer of digital and analog cameras Leica collaborated for the first time ever with Apple and the Red Auction campaign on a limited edition camera. The Leica M Red camera was 2 years in the making and was auctioned off for $1.8 million with $500,000 as a starting bid. It was one of only 3 lots that brought in more than $1.5 million. I had the opportunity to meet Sotheby's with Dr. Andreas Kaufmann, chairman of Leica, Stefan Kiel, head of international sales, and Stefan Daniel, head of product management, to learn more about Leica and the unique camera being offered for the Red Auction. Dr. Kaufmann, this project has been in the work for over 2 years. Give us the genesis behind it, because this really is a high-profile event.
I know Jonathan Ive quite a few years, and we always talk things about regarding Leica. And then one day he came with this idea, let's do a special Leica. And I said, okay, let's go ahead. And that's how it happened.
Right. Well, there's also personal motivation behind it as well, because the cause for the auction it's a global concern.
Well, one hand was, the starting point was that Jony wanted to do something. And on the other hand, I got a letter by Bono explaining the reason behind Red, and I said, okay, that fits definitely together because it's a great cause. And on the other hand, having Jonathan Ive working on an iconic design, the M was first produced in 1954. I think that's a great combination.
Right. Now, tell about the model that you have in your hand now. How is that comparable to what we have on display here?
Well, basically, the electronics, the software, same, but the design, obviously, a little bit more complicated.
Right, and they have the same capabilities and functionality. And so
same capabilities, yes. Sensor, the lens, a little bit of a different lens, but also this is a working lens from our line, so it basically is a Leica M, only a little bit different.
So besides the fact this camera was designed by Apple's Jony Ive, tremendous cool factor. What sets this apart from the other cameras in the Leica line and relative to its peer group?
The special thing about this camera is that compared to the serial product, there are over 100 parts made especially for that one-of-one camera, and especially the waist enclosure, so the body of the camera is made of one part of aluminium, and it's milled out of one solid block of aluminium.
And what makes that better than, let's say, a standard like a camera or relative to the industry?
That is a little bit crazy to do that from this.
Right.
Because the amount of work, the amount of effort you have to put in to do that in just one single piece is incredible. And that sets it apart from a normal serial product.
How long did it take to create this camera from start to finish, inception, producing it, the final product?
So from the idea, which was born like 2 years ago, we started working on it last December, and we now just finished it for the auction here in New York for tomorrow. And we had 273 days work on it, over 50 engineers worked on it. Wow. And for example, there are 21,904 little holes in that camera done by laser engraving. And this alone takes 96 hours.
Oh, wow. Because my expectation was, 10 to 15 people on a team. That's a big number. Now, in terms of functionality, what is so special about this camera? What can it do?
Yeah. The Leica M is an iconic camera. It is made to have very discreet photography without flash, a very silent shutter, and also the camera in itself is not big compared to a DSLR camera. So that is special also for this one, but also for the serial product.
Okay. So in the high-end luxury market, it's not just about product specific, it's about lifestyle branding.
Yeah, it's about uniqueness, it's about design, it's about something special, yes. And this is something very special because it's only one piece in the world which exists.
And you also have multiple partnerships, not just with the camera. Explain to us some of the other ones you have and why this one is unique.
We had a collaboration with Hermes. We did a special edition, a few pieces, 50 pieces, yeah, and they were sold like in seconds.
Right.
We also did a partnership with G-Star, the jeans brand, denim brand, and this was on a point and shoot. We also do a cooperation with Gagosian here in New York. very special edition, a few pieces, but this one is the only one in the world. So this is very special. And this camera concept is, I mean, they worked more than a year, almost a year on this concept, so this is very special.